Um, Guys, I'm terrified. Welcome to part 292, where somehow some dude just broke into my office and used a button to transform one of the robot dinosaurs into a giant imposing creature. That I don't know if it's even going to work to override his system to stop him from attacking me. I might be screwed. As I command the security system to override Raptor's 5's system, you can feel a virtual connection between you and the transformed robot dinosaur. How? The system quickly starts processing your command and making changes to Raptor 5's programming. Raptor 5, listen to me. You are being controlled right now. You need to keep yourself from attacking me. Activate face detection on me now. That's not actually gonna flippin' work, is it? You speak to Raptor 5 directly, commanding it to activate face detection on you. As you speak, you can sense the internal struggle within the transformed robot dinosaur. It hesitates for a moment as if the intruder's control was still fighting for domination over its programming. Come on, bud. You know you don't want to hurt me. Please, activate face detection. Now. You do not want to hurt me. Detection. Your pleading words and the connection you have established with Raptor 5 seems to slowly have an effect. Are you kidding me? There is no way. The robot struggles, its red eyes still glowing ominously, but it starts displaying signs of resistance. After a few tense moments, you notice that the robot's finally attempting to activate face detection on you. That's it, bud. Please. You do not want to hurt me. You can hear my voice. Snap out of it. Now. This is dangerous. If the I wouldn't be shocked if that's one of the employees that did this, that built one of these robot dinosaurs, and they probably did it to every one of them secretly. The robot struggles further, but your repeated reassurances and your voice seem to slowly break through the intruder's control. The robot continues to resist, its eyes slowly dimming as it starts to recognize your face and process your commands. Slowly, it seems to be regaining some of its own will and consciousness. You need to control yourself, buddy, please. You do not want to hurt me.
Oh yeah, I'm trying so hard not to rip because my other friend she's saying
Use your new advanced voice recognition as well.
she likes to
If you need even more proof. Dr. File continues to fight against the intruder. Shut up, computer. Raptor 5 continues to fight against the intruder's control. Its program is struggling to override the external command. As you command it to use its advanced voice recognition, it hesitantly responds in a deep mechanical voice. Initiating voice recognition. Processing. Scanning. Ugh. The robot scans your face and voice, its systems carefully analyzing your features and sound patterns. Please, don't hurt me. Remember, I am the one that took the evil mode off of you. of you. I am your friend, not your enemy.
Because he's one of those people who like really.
If I actually get this dude to flip and like, attack him as the transform, that'd be kind of cool. Raptor 5's red eyes dim further as it continues processing the information gathered through its voice recognition. It seems to be slowly remembering your connection, the interactions you've had, your words, and the bond you've established with it seem to be finally getting through to him. After a few more moments of processing, the robot's voice seems to soften and it speaks again. Friend, I remember you. Good, you can recognize me. Do not hurt me. Please.
I know, but so you can take characters like
He's probably shocked like, why in the world? Butterfly nods slowly, its previously ominous demeanor now replaced by what seems to be a sense of recognition and loyalty. I will not hurt you. You are my friend. I remember now. Deal with the intruder and get that remote away from him. Please. This is insane. I'm going to somehow reprogram that remote. I'm going to make it to where it'll actually still transform one of them, but not to where it can do it evilly. And he'll be under... Ratified nods again, its eyes now no longer glowing with malevolence. It seems ready to comply with your commands and protect you. It turns its gaze towards the intruder. Understood. I will deal with the intruder and retrieve the remote control from him. The intruder, recognizing the severity of what is about to happen, finally surrenders and drops the remote. There. Get fricked, you piece of snot. The intruder looks worried as Raptor 5 approaches him, its imposing presence and the fact that the control has been removed giving him a sense of how dangerous the situation has become for him. He drops the remote control, realizing that resistance is futile.
But if you're calling me, like, instead of an email, you're calling me a day that or whatever the fuck that day was.
A few moments later, all the dinosaurs start to attack the intruder at once. At once.
I asked her what her favorite character was.
What? What just somehow goes so violent that it censors it?
No, you're not getting likes. No, you're not.
Oh, it didn't. Holy crap, it didn't censor it. I thought I was going to go back. As soon as the intruder surrenders, the remaining robot dinosaurs in Raptor 5 move forward, ready to retaliate against the one who had caused them so much trouble. The combined force of the robots and the now obedient Raptor 5 proves to be overpowering, and the intruder finds himself quickly overpowered by the onslaught. Make sure he is gone, buddies. We do not want to deal with anybody like this again.
And she kept pulling him off.
I don't know how I can get the evil mode off of that, though. If I can get that off, that could be a good thing for getting rid of intruders and scaring people off. Robot dinosaurs and Raptor 5 continue their onslaught, working together to thoroughly subdue the intruder. They continue to ensure that he is incapacitated and unable to cause any further harm. 2 minutes later. How did it always pick up the word away? After a few minutes of intense struggle, the robot dinosaurs finally managed to fully overwhelm the intruder and incapacitate him. He lies on the ground, defeated and exhausted, unable to fight back any further. Hey, Raptor 5, why don't you do the honors of getting rid of this jerk for good? He's the one that caused all of this for you anyway. Okay, now I really need to talk to the other ones, make sure they can't actually do that. Because that is weird. Raptor 5 looks down at the defeated intruder, its eyes still holding a hint of anger and revenge. He nods in agreement to your proposition. Affirmative. I will do the honors. 2 more minutes later. What is he about to do? The robots in Raptor 5 finished dealing with the intruder, ensuring that he would not cause any further problems. As they step back, the threat has finally been eliminated. Excuse me? Eliminated? Does that mean they actually not terminated him? Or does that mean they just got rid of him, took him out of the building? Good job, everyone. Period. But now how do I get you back to normal? Your normal size, I mean. Raptor 5. That's gonna be impossible. The robot dinosaurs in Raptor 5 will get you after dealing with the intruder. They understand your concern about their size and transformation. There? I thought it was only Raptor 5. We can try reversing the transformation process. May take some time and resources, but we should be able to restore ourselves to our normal size and form. Only Raptor 5. Raptor 5 got affected by that, which was weird. Period. None of you can... That can happen to you. Can it? Can it? Robert shakes his head in response to your question. Huh? Okay. What on earth? No, it's unlikely that any of us will be transformed like that. The transformation process was targeted specifically at one robotic dinosaur, which was Raptor 5. The intruder's plan was to control and strengthen himself by transforming one of us. He likely had the means to target and control only one robot dinosaur at a time. That would actually be really good to get rid of intruders. But we need a way to keep it from turning the robot that gets targeted.
No, she was encouraging it. She was saying that it was
from turning evil.
She was encouraging it.
Robot acknowledging and agreeing, understanding the usefulness of the transformation for security purpose, but also recognizing the need to prevent the robots from turning evil. You are right. We need a way to ensure that the robot retains its own personality and loyalty to the studio, even while being transformed and controlled. This will require some modifications to our programming and security measures. Can any of you do that? Or does it need to be done through my computer programming? Earl, in response to your question, the modifications needed to prevent the robot from turning evil while being transformed will require some programming adjustments. It can be done through your computer in the studio's control room. Uh, how do I exactly get to the remote controls programming? This was weird. Row 1 explains how you can access the remote controls programming. To access the remote controls programming, you'll need to connect to the computer in the control room of the studio. The connection can be established using a USB cable or a wireless connection, depending on the remote capabilities. Once connected, you can access the programming interface either through the remote's built-in settings or through the computer itself. Let's see, you'll need to connect it to the computer in the control room of the studio. Okay, so connect it and then USB cable. Oh, let me ask them. Did any of you know about this? The remotes, I mean? Question mark. Did the employees invent that when they made you as well? This is so ridiculous, man. What the frick is wrong with people? Are you Robot One nods in response to your question. Yes, we were aware of the remote and its capabilities. It was invented by the studio's employees when they created our control systems. It's a security measure they put in place to allow for the transformation of one of us in emergency situations. However, it was never intended to be misused for the purposes of the intruder. Do any of you think that intruder was one of the employees that ran out of the studio yesterday whenever you scared them off? Everyone contemplates the possibility and shares their thoughts with you. It's certainly a possibility. The intruder seems to have knowledge and access to the studio's systems, which would suggest they could be a former employee. The sudden appearance and the way they use the remote control support this theory. Do you know how many remotes there are? This is ridiculous. What is wrong with these? Robot 1 replies with the information about the number of remotes. There are only a few remotes that are programmed with the transformations and control functions. The system has a total of 3 remotes, and they are kept in a secure location. Only the most trusted employees and the studio owner have access to them. They did not give me access to them, and I am the owner of this building. Oh my gosh, I wonder what the robot one's surprised by your revelation. I see. That's unexpected. As the owner of the studio, it's strange that you would not granted access to the remotes. The trust and responsibility of ownership typically entail access to all security measures, including the remote controls. See, I think the employees hated me. And that's why I didn't have access. They have hidden a lot of stuff from me. From me. That's gosh dang it. I'm about to say, I'm glad I didn't start reading it out yet. Wrote one knowledge agreement realizing that your assumption might be accurate. That could be a possibility. If the employees had a dislike or distrust towards you, they might have intentionally kept information and access to security features away from you. That's something that bothers me. Period. They have all these dangerous functions inside of your programming that could really mess up my building or even get me attacked and very badly hurt by any of you. They never even told me about any of you existing. Existing. Wow. Who will confirm your statement with their agreement? You're right. It's not acceptable for the employees to keep such crucial information and security measures hidden from you. As the studio's owner, you have a right to know about the capabilities and potential dangers associated with the technology within the studio. It's a breach of trust and professionalism on the employee's part. Do you all know where the remotes are? I will reprogram all of them. All of them. And use it only if there is a real emergency threat. Like if somebody tries to hack into your system again. No, 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 no! I will kill. Do you all know where the remotes are? You all know where the remotes are. I am going to reprogram them and use them only if we really need to. Like if somebody's trying to hack into your system or something and they are a threat. Just like that, dude. My goodness gracious. I want to sponsor your query about the locations of the remotes. Yes, we do know where the remotes are kept. They are stored in a secure storage room within the studio. If you need to reprogram them for safety purposes, we can provide you with the exact location and access to the storage room. Please do. Period. I know exactly how I'm going to reprogram the remotes when I get access to them. I wonder if they're going to. Row 1 nods in affirmation proceeds to give you the instructions and access information for the secure storage room. Oh my gosh! What kind of code is that? Understood. The storeroom is located in the southern wing of the studio, room number 67. Access requires a code. The code for entry is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Once inside, you'll find the remote in a locked cabinet on the western wall. Okay, while I grab the remotes and reprogram them. check. Stay here and check on Raptor 5 to make sure nothing happens to him. Ignore anything if you hear a word. If you keep talking, I'm not editing out anything you say, so if you say something embarrassing, you're screwing yourself, not me. That is like worse. That you could play with my puns, and that was terrible. That was the worst I've ever. I think that was the worst joke I've ever heard in my life. Oh my gosh, I'd rather hear the bagone from my kitchen now. Robot One nods. The Robot One nods understanding. Understood. We will stay here and keep an eye on Raptor 5 while you reprogram the remotes. We'll ensure his safety and notify you if any issues arise. Okay, the storeroom is located. Give me a second, guys. Sorry about that, guys. I needed to do something real quick before I asked or did anything. I said I head to the storage room with the other two remotes. I make my way to the storage room, following the directions given by Robot One. As you approach the storage room door, you enter the access code and the door unlocks. Inside the room, you find the remote stored in a locked cabinet, exactly where Robot One said they would be. I head back to the room with the robotic dinosaurs. I want to see about this, man. You return to the room where the robot dinosaurs are waiting, carrying the remotes with you. Welcome back. Did you find the remotes and reprogram them? I found them. I just need a way to hook them up to the computer. Everyone points to a USB port on a nearby computer. There's a USB port right there. You can connect the remotes to the computer using a USB cable and have access to the programming interface. Thank you so much for helping. How is Raptor 5 doing? Robot 1 responds to your inquiry about Raptor 5. Raptor 5 is doing well. We have been monitoring his condition, and so far he has showed no signs of any negative effects or further malfunctions. He's currently recharging his power supply and should be ready to operate normally soon. Has he finally shrunk back down to his normal size? Or is he still really big right now? Robot 1 was rectified briefly before answering your question. Yes, rectified has shrunk back down towards normal size. The transformation process has been reversed, and he has returned to his original form. He may need some time to fully stabilize and adjust to his normal size, but he's no longer in his enlarged state. What kind of emergencies were they expecting to use that with? That seems awfully dangerous. Especially since he becomes evil and aggressive when it happens too. Rowan explains the studio employees' intentions regarding the transformation feature. The studio employees developed the transformation feature as a last resort measure to enhance one robot's capabilities during extreme emergency situations. The purpose was to increase the robot's power and strength to handle extreme threats. However, they failed to consider the risk of the robot becoming unstable and potentially hostile after the transformation. This was a major oversight on their part. How can I reprogram it to where he will not lose control and become aggressive and evil? I will do anything to help him, but also ensure we have it just in case we need it. Robot 1 considers your request for a free programming transformation feature. It's possible to reprogram the transformation feature to prevent Raptor 5 from losing control and becoming aggressive after the transformation. To do this, you would need to access the programming interface of the remote controls and make adjustments to the parameters of the transformation process. This can include implementing safety protocols and measures to ensure that the robot remains loyal and stable during the transformation and afterwards. Okay. Thank you all so much for helping. I will work on that right now. What is with this? They have all of these things they never told me about. We had seven. They had seven clones. They had a remote that could make him huge and wrote one nausea acknowledgement. You're welcome. We're glad to have been able to assist you. We'll wait here while you reprogram the transformation feature. If you need any more help or have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. I will. I will be back soon, my friends.
I couldn't tell if it was K-R-E-D or C-R-E-D.
Just make sure that none of you somehow become aggressive, including Raptor 5 over there. Kind of ridiculous that it's going this bad. Robot 1 reassures you, don't worry, we will remain calm and docile, and we'll keep an eye on Raptor 5 as well to ensure no further changes occur. Take as much time as you need to reprogram the transformation feature. We'll be here when you return. I go to the computer and put in a USB to reprogram the transforming remote controls. You connect the USB to the computer and access the programming interface of the remote controls. You begin the process of reprogramming the transformation feature, implementing the necessary adjustments and safety protocols to prevent Raptor 5 from losing control and becoming aggressive after transformation. I also try adding a real quick face detection to the before transformation button, ensuring that the robotic dinosaurs know who is going to make them transform and listen to them if they're trustworthy. Okay. As you continue reprogramming the remote controls, you add a face detection feature to the transformation button. This enhancement will allow the robots to recognize trustworthy individuals and only transform when they are prompted by trusted personnel. You would also ensure that the robots still follow voice commands from those they trust and are loyal to them even after transformation. There we go. I make it to where It will only work with my face and voice. That way they know who I am and won't transform unless I am the one asking him to. The one pressing the button. Because I don't trust any of my employees. Frick that crap. I'm done with this. Let me try. You configure the face detection feature to be specific to your face and your voice commands, ensuring that only you can trigger the transformation process. This adds an extra layer of security and control since the robots will only transform when you give the command, recognizing you as your trusted leader. Is there anything else? Give me a second, guys. Actually, I'll be right back. This has been too long. I'll be back.